The Idries Shah Foundation podcast. Practical psychology for today. Featuring the works of Idries Shah, narrated by David Ault. Welcome to the Idries Shah Foundation podcast. This is the 9th in our series of selections made by the members of our Facebook group. And this one comes from Reflections and is entitled The Wandering Baba. Attended by a small band of disciples, Chara the Wandering Baba went on a journey visiting the many circles of dervishes which he had established in a number of countries. In Samarkand, the Baba gave a lecture to his followers and then spent several days separated from them, throwing tiny coins to all the children of the town, compelling them to dive into the river to retrieve them. The disciples were not pleased, and the people of the town exclaimed, "The sooner this ignorant and ridiculous dervish quits our neighbourhood, the better." In Bokhara, the Baba gave out some teachings, then gathered the people together and told them jokes until the tears ran from their eyes. Some said, "This is disgraceful for a man of faith, a teacher and hakim." Others thought, "If this is religion, let us laugh our way to paradise." In short, everyone in that city became addicted to jokes and pranks. In Badakhshan, the Baba initiated some followers and then held classes in singing and dancing until everyone in that remote province became involved in nothing else. Some people approved, others were profoundly dismayed. When the party reached Kandahar, the Baba told everyone to stop writing and calligraphy, including illuminating manuscripts, until people bit their thumbs with horror and hoped that this disaster would soon pass over them. Soon, however, such was the power of Baba's example and energy, swimming became characteristic of Samarkand, Bokhara was the home of humour, and in Kandahar a school of painters and miniaturists grew up, because people had forgotten how to write. 20 years later, Chara the Wanderer was dead. One of his disciples relates, "I retraced the path which I had followed with my master, and it was thus that I realized what he had really been doing. When I was there, in Samarkand there was a terrible flood. Those grown men who had been children, taught swimming by the Babas making them dive for pennies, took the rest of the inhabitants on their backs, and in this way saved them. When I arrived in Bokhara, a cruel tyrant had seized the city. He was strutting about, trying to impose his will upon the people, but they, accustomed to laughing at everything because of the Baba's jokes, laughed at him so much that he had a fit of apoplexy and fell down dead. In Badakhshan, a group of evil men, anxious to extend their sway over the populace, had just brought drugs into the province when I arrived. They said, 'Take these, and you will gain happiness and fulfillment.' The people invariably answered them, 'We do not need your drugs, for we are already completely intoxicated with the dances and revels which the wandering Baba has brought us.' In Kandahar, a usurper's edict demanded that all written records should be destroyed, so that all knowledge should seem to begin with his time. But the people, through the Babas having stopped them writing, had already long since committed all their learning to another form of communication. The ancient law was by now preserved in the designs on carpets, on ceramic tiles, in brasswork, embroidery, decoration of all kinds. Through the wandering Baba, all these people and these things had been saved. This audio is made available by the Idries Shah Foundation and is copyright 2019. All rights reserved.